this is Entertainment Tuesdays. Dame Dash, right? We were talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
What's your
It's
thought?
also Cinco de Mayo.
It
You can't
is.
forget that.
Oh yeah, shout out and happy
We've been
birthday.
drinking tequila. So
Shout out and happy birthday to my man Jay. You know, if anybody watching, anyway. That's something y'all wouldn't understand unless somebody who would watch would understand. But happy birthday to you, brother. Young King, happy birthday. But yeah, Dame Dash is you said what were your thoughts on Dame Dash earlier? What were you saying about him earlier?
about what? About what he was talking about?
Yes.
Cam and all of them.
Right.
This my take on Dame, because a lot of people telling Dame he need to sit down and do this. Man, Dame has always been a good businessman, bro. Like, and I've always admired him. So nothing he can really do or people can say can sway me to how, because I rock with him. He just don't make the soundest decisions for a man his age, in my opinion. Like, certain things you shouldn't even. I just think you should just let stuff just keep it pushing. I don't think you should address it. But I mean, I guess he a street dude and he lived by these codes. So when somebody say something about him, like, you bring my name up, I'm gonna go at you. You know what I'm saying? And if they know him, they should know he gonna do that. Like, if you know this dude, just like Cam know him. All these people know him. Like, if you know that he gonna flip out if you say something about him, like, don't do it. Like, don't even mention him. Just leave. Like, and then y'all don't be saying nothing good about him. They be trying to play him on the low. You know what I mean? Like,
Sometimes
little
not even.
undercut joint. You know what I'm
Sometimes
saying?
blatantly.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Sometimes
but it's
you're
like,
right.
don't do
Sometimes, yeah.
that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, these people was your friends at one point, and I know y'all all businessmen and making money now, but you just don't, certain stuff you just don't do, in my opinion, man.
Nah, you shouldn't. And far as my opinion and my thought process on the Dame thing, like, I understand where you're coming from, like, but I'm like that. I'm not political. I'm not going into. I know you're supposed to act a certain way, and I do that. If I go into a room, I got a business meeting, I'm gonna conduct myself. But when somebody get me hot, I get hot. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna get hot. You know, I'm still gonna convey my words right, but it's gonna be to the point it's like I can't F with him no more. You know, I can't do business with him. You know, but I understand him. People say that's radical. The way he thinks is radical, but I like you said, he had a business mindset. You know, and I dig it. I dig it. I really dig it. The thing with him and other people, like you said, and I'm with him 100%. It's no gray area with me because they do pick on him a lot, and sometimes he just don't come out. He just doesn't react immediately.
Right.
You know, it's like 3-4 times. All right, now you're bringing my name up. Like, why are you doing this? You know, and it's like I'm not even still exposing y'all. I'm a joke on y'all and a clown on y'all because that's what I do.
Right.
Like he said, Cam got the fake big teeth, but if he wanted to expose some things, I'm pretty sure he could.
Right.
Not nothing crazy,
Right.
but like
Right.
if I like,
Right.
I'm
Like,
pretty. But
I can really say some stuff
he
about you.
never goes there.
Right.
But
Right.
they go there with him. You know, it's
Right.
like what are y'all? And half of y'all, and it's understandable if you know, even as friends or whoever you roll with, family, whoever you call close, to know that you set people up. And it's really because of me. I was the nucleus of all this, right? I was the nucleus of all this, and y'all don't treat me like that.
Right.
Even though no matter how y'all wouldn't be in the positions y'all was in without me. And he don't even say that.
Especially
Does not.
Cam, son. Especially Cam.
And Cam said something.
Like, he made you the vice president of Def Jam, bro. Like,
he got him out of a deal.
Like, he did.
He got him out of. But Cam shout him out for that sometimes. Yeah. But it's like, how could you say that and say this?
Right.
So
yeah, man. Like, you should
make it
and
make sense.
And I love Cam. Cam is my
dude,
too. Son.
I do too.
But like, Cam shouldn't have said nothing. It, like, that's why we was talking about the other day about loyalty. Like, when somebody bring you in the game, that's why I said I didn't like what Jim Jones did. Because Cam, you wouldn't be nowhere where you are had it not been for Cam. And Cam said way back in the day, I'm gonna get you up out of 5A.
Yeah, Jimmy, I'm gonna get you out. I'm gonna get things right if I spin my cake. Jimmy, I'm gonna get you up out of 5H.
He put him in a place where he can make money.
Saying up, you right.
Without him, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
50 did the same thing for G Unit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm gonna give you a platform, but you can't stay. Like, you got to go and make money on your own after I put you up here. You
and see, and it's one, and like you said, it's like you can't do that, man. You can't. At the end of the day, I lost my thought process. That's why I'm saying that. If y'all watch, y'all know when I do that. Like he had something, but he lost it. He was cooking, but it simmered down. But but no, at the end of the day, what I was really gonna say came back to me is like, we can cancel all this. Call me, man. If you feel that way
Mhm.
about me, let call me and let's have a
Mhm.
conversation. That's it. You
Mhm.
don't have to put it out. I know people say it's all content, you know, but that's context right there. You see them?
Mhm.
That ain't even. That's not content at all. That's real.
Right.
You know, so like, call me, man.
And Dame said that.
Yeah,
Dame made a
don't
video
put
and he
it
was
out
like,
there.
just
Call
call
me.
me. He was like, call me.
You know, like it's the same way somebody calling or telling somebody something about you. Why tell me first?
Right.
You know, if you feel that way, come to me
Right.
and
Don't
tell
come
me.
tell
Stand
nobody
up
else
on your
about it.
10
Right.
toes and come
Right.
to me as a man, woman, whoever it is.
Right.
Come to me and talk to me.
Some people just
Come on, man.
uncomfortable about confrontations, man. And I get that too.
Nah, some people are uncomfortable with being real and addressing real situations
Yeah,
and taking
but
accountability.
yeah.
That's all it is. They rather do all that chuckling and all. Man, come talk to me. You feel that way about
But
me?
see,
Talk to
if
me.
you know
It's
how
no problem.
arrogant Cam is, he gonna always be like, "Yo, I would have been in that position anyway," because and I do believe that whatever's for you is gonna be for you, regardless to
Right?
whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's a thin line between that, man. There's just certain stuff you shouldn't say. You know what I'm saying? It's alright to say like, "Oh, I don't really rock with him like that," but when you start telling stories and getting into details about stuff that happened,
Which
like that's not cool, man.
you want
Don't
me
do
to
that.
get
Don't
deeper with it though?
spill all your
You want
history
me to
out.
get deeper with it on that level? I don't even know them. But you know where they get that from?
What's
Why
that?
they act that way? Why Jim act that way?
Well,
They get that from their leader. Their leader act that way.
mm,
Cam act that way.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
So who would they learn that from?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now this is not brother knowledge, right? This is brother KN. But the rest of the letters is good. But no, for real though, like they get that from him.
Mm-hmm.
Like you shouldn't clown your man Jewels, right, about not having teeth.
Right.
And that you shouldn't even be doing that. You
Right.
shouldn't. Why would you do that?
Right.
That's not real. And me, I stand on loyal and moral grounds when it comes to friendship. I don't know. I
Mm-hmm.
don't care if I knew you for 8 years and haven't spoken to you in 20. We
Mm-hmm.
still got some type of length of longevity there.
Yep.
You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
So don't do that. Why would you do that?
And
Instead of
Santana was good for not going back and
right,
do,
and
like
because he's loyal. That
he's an
show
honorable
it's
dude,
like
man,
Lloyd Banks and 50
because
Cent.
he didn't
You
go
you
back and
see
try
you
to
see who's
badmouth.
loyal and who's not.
Right.
At the end of the day,
Right.
you see actually who's really truly loyal
Mm-hmm.
and who would cross you.
Right.
You think like
Right.
just imagine if he feel this type of way about me. He telling you this about you, not you, but the other person is like, all right, well,
Mm-hmm.
if y'all ever fall out, just imagine what he gonna say. It's gonna be the
Right.
same course. So they learned that from their leader. They really did. You know what I mean? But like I said, Lloyd Banks doesn't do that with 50 neither. That's how you know who's loyal.
What about this?
Right.
Do you think if because Big L was supposed to sign the Rockefeller,
Right.
before prior to his passing, rest in peace to Big L, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think if he didn't get killed and he signed the Rockefeller, that Cam would have been the Harlem top dog that he is, or do you think it would have went to L?
I think knowing, I don't know. So let me not start off by saying that. By just throwing my psychiatrist hat on with Cam, he played ball, right? Um, and I know he would respect somebody that's a tad bit better or better than him. I'm not even gonna undercut Big L like that, but he would respect and facilitate that more, like a point guard with basketball. But he would understand like he's 1A, I'm 1B, if that makes sense. He
Okay.
would understand it because he's like, I know he's better than me. You know what
Uh-huh.
I'm saying? Like, so I'm a follow suit with that. And they got a history before. They children of the corn, right?
Right.
So
Right.
they had a history before that. So
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty sure he would understand that. As far as like sports analogy, what I'm saying, like, so I think he would have followed suit. But I think they would have. I think Dipset still would have been there because Big L wasn't Dipset.
Right.
Big L was like just bars.
Uh-huh.
Like he
Uh-huh.
was a fly dude, but like we didn't know how fly he can get.
Right.
Pause or no homo, whatever y'all want to say, because he passed away
Uh-huh.
before, like, baggy jeans. Everybody was back,
Right. Right.
until
Right.
they got real fly, fly,
Right.
fly.
Yeah, we didn't get to
We
see
never
that
knew
side.
how
Yeah.
how fly he could get. You know what I
Right.
mean? So I mean, he was a Harlem dude though, so he probably was gonna get fly. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
he seemed like
That's
he
what
was
they
the
do.
more grimy part of Harlem. The kind of
That's yeah,
what Cam started off
underground. Yeah,
as.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Children of the
saying?
Corn
Yeah,
explains it all.
Cam kind of tried to swim through that channel to get that
Before it got
commercial
maced up.
success. Yeah. You know he got maced up because they was talking about his old album cover where he had the leather coveralls
Oh, you
and
talking
greased
about
all up with the hammer.
with the hammer?
They was
Like what's the joint? The Valentine's, the 3D movie that came out in like 2020.
Bloody Valentine.
Yeah, like yeah. The welders joint, yeah. Whole welding joint in the back. They say work for DuPont somewhere. Okay, all right, I got you. Look at goddamn out here. John Henry.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I think that's honestly like that's where they get it from. They get it from their leader.
Mm-hmm.
That's why if you look at the whole dynamic of the whole verses, and I'm not bringing that up for the what happened, but if you look at the dynamic of when you look at the Locks, they do have a leader, but you don't know who the fuck the leader is.
Yeah, that's true.
Because
we kind of just assume that it's Kiss though.
But you don't know. You could I'm rapping wise, you could say that, but when you see them together, you don't know.
But that's what I'm saying. When you see them, who are always in the middle? Always Kiss in the middle.
That's symbolism.
Styles and
but
what's
that's symbolism.
to the right and left.
But when they talking though, when you see have you seen them all in the group talking?
Yeah.
It's like they're a team. They're a mesh.
Yeah.
They know like how to read. That's
yeah.
So you don't know who leading. You know somebody leading, but they can know and understand what somebody about to say. I know what to cut off, but that goes to the show. Going back to the show, look at the show and look at what the Dipset. It was all disorganized.
They different though.
It's the
all
leader.
All the Locks know each other. They all friends in real life.
They know each other before they was rapping.
Nah, son. They did an interview. Joel said he ain't know none of them.
Son,
Cam heard him rap, and then he was in the group.
Still got time to form that group.
I'm just saying they don't have the camaraderie that the Locks got, bro. The Locks grew up since they was kids together. This is Joel's coming in at 20.
No. I can't. I go ahead. I don't mean to cut you off because I got to disagree with you on that one. I have to.
What?
I have to. Like they were together for years. Like even if they didn't,
they weren't
come
together.
Up together.
They was in the studio.
Even if they didn't come up together, right? Okay, I know Joel spit for Cam in the back of the car.
Nah,
I know.
Their interviews, they said the studio was the only time they hung out, and when they went to clubs. Jim Jones,
That's
Cam,
a lie. That's a lie.
They both did interviews and said the same thing.
How can they say that when Jim Jones, when Cam say, "Yo, Jim, we were just using you because your grandma, your crib is 16."
I'm not talking about back then. It was a whole crib full of dudes.
You can't
but they ain't really hang out like. Bro, the Locks was actually friends.
What's the name of the
They wasn't using a dude to live up in his crib.
No, they wasn't
friends. They was friends.
They didn't meet Styles until later down the road to high school. I know that story too. Sheik and Kiss.
Yeah, that's when they was young. That's what I said, when they was kids.
But they all knew each other. At a point, they knew, as far as rapping wise.
Cam said they didn't rock with Jim. Jim was telling them to come to his crib.
At the age of 14, 15. So they was doing it then before they was doing music.
He said that was they was 16.
Well, either way, they still was doing it then. Why would he say, Jim, I'm gonna get your moms up out of 5H? If they didn't,
he was the hype man, bro.
I'm just saying, if they didn't roll like that,
he was the hype man. I'm just saying.
Why would he say that?
Joel said they ain't really hang out like that outside of
I think Luca Brasi brought Joel's back in the back of the car. Cam was like, I don't really want to. They in the car, and then he's like, I was about to fall asleep. And
prior to the verses, how often do you think Joel, Santana, and Cam hung out? Prior to the verses.
Recently or in
I'm asking you, prior to the verses, like in the past year. Before the verses.
I need more context for that.
All right, listen, I'm gonna tell you the difference.
The Locks, years prior.
Hold on, no, I asked 1 year. 1 year prior to the verses were Cam, Santana, and Jim Jones hanging out. No, they weren't.
I don't think Styles and Jada was hanging out.
1 year prior, they was all together. They all in Instagram pictures and doing stuff together.
That's promo.
Cam and all of them was beefing the whole time. They was beefing the whole time. The only reason Cam said he did the Jim Jones thing was because he asked him to.
That's promo. You know that's promo.
But they weren't even rocking with each other. And then Joel's was locked up for the longest.
He was down here. He was in West.
I'm just saying he was locked up. He wasn't even with them.
That was in 2011.
And Jim wasn't doing nothing.
Joel's got out in like 2013.
And he ain't did nothing since he been out.
So that's
nothing rap related.
All I'm saying, he still hang with Jim. Don't get it twisted.
He wasn't ready. They wasn't ready for the verses, son. None of them been keeping sharp.
They never were together. That's my whole point. Like
I just said that.
No, what I was no, you said that I'm talking about together on the as a unit.
They never were. That's what I'm telling you.
And they still hung together. You said
They
you
didn't
trying to
hang
say
together. They
you
was
trying
only
to say
together
they
at
never
the
knew.
studio. They
You
was
trying
only
to move
together
the
at the studio.
goal post again.
I'm telling you what they said.
You think Styles, Jada, and Sheik was around each other a year
They
before
said
that?
they grew up together, and you could
I'm
tell
talking.
they
You said
hang
a
together.
year before the
A
verses.
year prior to that, yes,
Okay.
I still think they was rocking with each other.
Styles got his juice bar. Jada doing shit
Juice
with
Bars
Fat Joe.
is in New York.
Jada doing shit with Fat Joe.
Their show is in New York.
Sheik, it's not in New York. The backdrop makes it look like that. They not in New York. They not. They're not there. So Sheik doing his own thing. You think these
Their
people
show
are
is
hanging
in New
out?
York.
Do me and you hang out 24/7?
No, but listen to me.
Okay,
Hold
are
on.
we
Listen,
still
it's
together?
not. I didn't say
Are we still a
24/7.
unit?
I didn't say
Or
24/7. I didn't say
man, that's
24/7.
crazy.
I didn't say
Shit, what's the
24/7.
name
I
of-
said we're actually friends.
Right.
That's the difference.
And they
Them
are
niggas is
too.
not Jewels and them.
They
Cam is
are.
not. You think Cam is them niggas friends? Come on,
They
son.
They are.
You sound crazy right now.
I just
Them
said
niggas is not their friends.
I said they get their
The Lots
mentality
is
from their leaders.
friends. They're actual friends.
No,
they know each other. Cam don't know them dudes like that no more.
The Dipset are friends, but they're just a
Man,
messed up group of friends.
Really?
You seen it? You never seen a messed up group of friends?
That's a dysfunctional group of people.
Exactly. You
that's
never
trying
seen that?
to work together. They can't.
But you never seen that?
No. Friends can work together.
You never seen somebody
see how me and you can have a back and forth?
Right.
Right after that, we're gonna be drinking and laughing. They not like that.
Exactly. But that's a dysfunctional group of friends. You never seen a dysfunctional relationship?
I have, but I don't call them friends.
You're like, God damn, how they still together? And some people like stuff like that. And they like it. And they get it from their leader. Goes back to what I'm saying. They get it from their leader. Their leader didn't get them organized. Even if we know we're not friends, we gotta get this shit organized. I mean, we about to play a game. We didn't practice. We gotta. That comes from their leader.
That was just his arrogance. Like I said back to the beginning of the day.
Who's their leader?
He arrogant.
Okay, so everything.
So of course he going in there like, man, we gonna crush these dudes.
Everything trickles from the top, right? Everything starts from the top. You the CEO of a company. I don't care if you say like Walmart. You said right, they losing money. Who idea was that to put all them self checkouts? You know why? It was the CEO to save money. So now it's losing money, right? So now I got to change it. All that starts from the top. That's where it starts from. And that's a fact.
Yeah, I think Jim Jones was like that already, though. Because he always wanted to be in that top dog position anyway. He didn't want to always be the capo, even though he always said
because
he was
he learned from his leader.
Yeah, of course.
His leader had Mace, right? I'm sounding like Nas right now. Shout out to Plastic. His leader had Mace, right?
His leader had Mace?
Cam had Mace, right? Mace was the leader. He was put on first. I'm only saying that because he was the first one on.
Mm-hmm.
And this is minus the gems, because even though Mace helped Jim formulating how to do a cadence of a rhyme and rap, he said that himself, right? So Cam wanted to outshine Mace, right? They beefed over a video shoot Mace didn't show up to. What? And yeah. So you see where it comes from. It trickles. Look, everybody, listen to me. Everything trickles from the top. It starts from the top. It starts from the top.
You don't think a person is who they is?
Everybody's not meant to be a leader.
But you don't think a person is who they are, regardless?
They are. They're not a leader.
He was already like that, though, I think.
But he's not a leader. Everybody's not meant to be. Jay-Z's not meant to be a leader. If that was the case, people would be around. Everybody's not.
I think he's leading right now.
With what?
He got his own. He's doing his own thing now.
He's not.
He got his own businesses and stuff.
Everybody's not meant to be a leader. Comment. Let us know.
Now, see, that's the type of mentality that kept Jay-Z with Dame under Rock for so long. Now, when he got out of that mentality that he can be a leader too, that's why Jay-Z is where he's at now, and Dame is where he's at now.
By following.
Not to say that Dame is not a smarter businessman, but his bread and butter was Jay-Z, because when Jay-Z left, it was all downhill from there.
No, he just picked up the connection. You know how somebody get locked up? I got the plug. You go get. He didn't have to get the plug number from Dame, right?
Yeah.
He
already had it.
He knew Dame was bringing in money, but pissing the plugs off. But what would they like for a certain person to bring money in and not piss them off? That's Jay-Z. Yeah. You know, he's just playing a white person.
And then Dame ain't have nothing to offer. Once Jay-Z left,
No.
He had a little bit to offer. He had his state property and all that stuff, but then
Yeah,
everybody.
he's just Jay-Z's just doing what the white dudes tell him to do. And that's a fact. I don't care if Rock Nation see this or not. I'm just telling you what it is.
Come on, man, you trying to get us blackballed, man?
You just did that with whatchamacallit
Who?
3 episodes ago.
Who?
Never mind. See, I'm going. I'm on point. I'm on point.
Shout
Yeah,
out to
that's
Rock Nation, man. We just trying to
yeah.
get y'all some publicity. I
Nah,
am.
I don't need any Desiree Perez publicity. We don't need that. We don't
Nah,
need.
I'm trying to
Uh,
give it to them. So
okay,
y'all owe us a little bit of money for that.
they already got it though. They got it. Maybe we could
Cut the check.
Maybe I could just start. Look, Megan Thee Stallion, you need a new person. Rock Nation, y'all trying to connect like that business wise though. Let me stop fucking around.
Is she still with them?
With who?
She still Rock
She's
Nation?
still managed by them.
Okay.
They're a management company. A lot of people think it's the record label,
but they just manage it.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. That's a good management company to get with because they got a lot of plugs.
Of course, I mean, come on, you got Jay-Z and Beyonce, and then you find out they effing you over backwards with no Vaseline. Shout out to Ice Cube, and they bending you over no Vaseline. Pause.
What do you refer to as bending you over? Because let me ask you, is that because they're making a ton of money and only giving the person a little bit?
That's because the person, and it's crazy. This what kills me, right? Is that artists before you, before them,
Mm-hmm.
before them, before them,
Mm-hmm.
before them, been through all these situations,
Right.
but you still continue to go get a deal, right? Or sign a deal because you want to be major. Like you said, Boss Man D-Lo, I respect that, the independence. You know that. I respect that. That's what we doing. You dig what I'm saying? So you go out there and get a deal. Don't read the contract. You get a manager that's that's working under the label that you signed for, and you're not reading your paperwork. Then a year or two, and it's like I'm getting this buzz. I know who the fuck I am now.
That's when
I
you're
need
ready to
more
get
money.
out. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like some people don't realize who they are until they get there, and it's like, damn, I didn't know, right?
Do you think it's out of desperation though? Because I mean, for you to
I
say
think
you
it's
don't
about
know is just
excitement.
crazy.
It's
If you know you got a major deal coming at
man,
you, get you a lawyer to look at this paperwork. It ain't gonna take but one day.
I think it's like all about excitement. It's like, yo, it's like, and I'm being real. It's like being with a 350 joint as a male, right? She suck you off, right? Yeah, I'm being honest with you.
You
She
couldn't have
suck.
used a different example.
I mean, but you know what I mean. Oral sex, whatever. It don't matter. They know what I'm talking about. You could pause that out or whatever you want to do with it. And it's like I didn't want to do this, but now I'm having sex with her.
Right.
They
right,
know,
right.
it's like you know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
You're getting excited. You're getting too excited and you're not kind of reading into it and thinking about it. It's like I'm just excited, man.
Right.
Pooh Shiesty probably thought the same thing when he signed with Coochie. And I think he said that. He called me on live, Instagram or whatever, DM me, and I called him back. He sent it. He excited. And you're not thinking about the deal. Now you get locked up. You're thinking about, oh man, I know who I am now.
Right.
Right? Like now I'm realizing the world screaming my name. Like, but that goes from management position too. Cause I'm like, I would have came out with a line. You know, in my mind think like we gonna come out, everybody calling it the Shiesty now, even though it does have a name, don't get me wrong. Ski Mask, but it's a brand, it's not a brand, but it's a certain specific name you call it. People look it up, right? But I would have came out with a joint with the Shiesty brand.
When your dad managing you, he ain't thinking about that. His dad should have definitely put him on to that because that would have made millions.
See, that's why you need every entertainer needs a Joe Jackson in their life. They was talking about Joe Jackson, but you know how to promote, right? Joe Jackson would get these shiesty mans like that. Am I right or wrong?
Absolutely.
Though? If you think about it,
he would have
you know how many YNs would have been rocking. I got the shiesty. You got the Nike
official
joint.
shiesty.
I got the
official
shiesty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With the brr, what's the joint they like to say on the back? You know, like
all day.
Now I'm saying it. Somebody will probably catch one of it and give it to him. Like, yo, we need to come out. It's too late now. You still could get something.
You think it's too late? It might not.
You
can
get something, but you're not going to get as much as you would have got.
You might have to trademark that joint.
Could you imagine? Nah, I don't want them problems.
You don't want them showing up on you and telling you to release the contract.
I don't want to have to pay for. I don't want to, man. You know, I don't want to pay for 30 plane tickets, man. When you got beef, you know what I mean. I don't want to do it.
And it was all over an $11 million offer from Gotti, because Gotti want to give him $11 million. That he could have easily told Gucci, look, let me give you $5. But for all we know, he might have told Gucci that, and Gucci was like, nah. Because we don't even really know how Gucci is. We might think Gucci's a nice, cool dude and everything,
Man,
but
he bipolar.
he might have went in there and said something
Like
slick, and bro was like, "Yo, what?" You know what I'm saying? And they like, we don't know what
I
popped
don't think
off
he
in
would
it.
have the numbers and everything. We're not gonna get too deep into it, but everything that went on and the people he had with him and the people, I think he was like on some comfortable. He probably took his medicine. I mean, he's bipolar.
I think he was
His
looking at the
wife is
money
making sure.
aspect.
His
He's looking
wife
at
is
the money
making sure
aspect
he's
of it.
taking his medicine.
That's true, but I
So
think he's still looking at.
But I don't think you're right. The money. He wasn't thinking.
He's
I'm walking about it until we're gonna talk about this.
no,
And
I'm talking about why he probably told Shiesty, nah, you can't get out the contract. Cause he's like, look, I stand to make 100 million with you
right,
this year.
right.
So you only want to give me 4 million to get out your contract. I'm gonna be losing 90 some million. So as a smart businessman, Gucci probably was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that.
Oh, it's not even about a smart businessman. Let me tell you something that a lot of y'all don't know. If you want to get out of your, well, it's kind of different. But if you want to buy yourself out of your contract,
Uh-huh.
you got to make 3 to 5 times more than the advance we gave you.
Hmm.
So if we gave you $1 million advance,
Uh-huh.
and you want to say, hey, here's this million, no, you got to give us three to
Three, it
five
gotta be
times that. Yeah, you got
by
to give us
law, and they
by
gotta
law.
let you out.
Yep.
So I wonder why he didn't just do that.
He probably didn't have it. That goes back to all y'all social media
But he
likes.
would have had it
But
had he signed an
he probably
$11 million
don't
deal.
have it. He probably got it in cars. We talk about that all the
No, I'm talking
time.
about if he had signed a deal with Gotti for the 11 million, and he said, "Look,
But you gotta
Gucci
buy
said
it.
he gonna let me.
That's
He
breach
gonna
that's breach. You gotta make sure that's
nah.
what
He could have went to Gotti and said, buy me out, and then just give me 4 million
he
after you buy me out.
he can't do that. Gucci and Gotti don't get along like that. It's
Yeah,
not
that's
gonna happen.
true.
That's not gonna happen.
But you got to get
So that's
somebody to
why he
do it.
did what he did. But instead of saying, "Look, I want out of my contract," because like I told you a couple episodes back, Gucci has no history of saying you can't get out of your contract
That's true.
with all his artists.
But his artists weren't making a lot of money
You're
like
right.
that.
But I
Not like
mean,
Shiesty.
you're right. But negotiate. It's a difference between strong arming and
But
negotiating,
this is
right?
what I'm saying. If you stand to make 100 million, if
Right,
I keep you,
right.
I'm not gonna let you go if all you got is 4 million to give me. And that's probably
But
what Gucci told
that's
him.
the
Like, like you got to
right.
give me more than that, bro. Like I'm losing 100 million. No, like I signed you for a reason.
It's not even that neither. It's that too, but a lot of artists don't realize what a lot of these labels invested
Yeah,
into you
that's
to
true too.
get there.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of artists look at it, well, I made this. Do you know what it took? You just got there, but we
Right,
spent 3 years on you.
right.
And you didn't get here to the third year, maybe the fourth. You know how much money we forked out with the budgets?
Mm-hmm.
You're
Mm-hmm.
not smart enough to even pocket the budget. Let me do a little small time video, whatever.
Yeah.
You're not smart
Mm-hmm.
enough to even understand how that business works.
Right.
Let me get some flip houses or whatever. You
Right.
flip that and keep making money.
Right.
If I got to pay them back, whatever. You know what I mean? Well, you're gonna have to pay them back. So I think that's what it is with them.
Poor management, man.
It's poor decisions, but you've seen
Poor
artists go
management.
through this before you went through it, and you know the game. You hear 360 deals all the time. How many bars can you hear from a rapper talking about a 360 deal, bro?
I don't think he had a
I'm not
360
saying
deal.
him, but I'm just saying it's just
Yeah,
in
a lot.
retrospect
Yeah, a
about what we
lot. A
talking about.
lot.
Like,
A lot.
so why would you continue to sign 360
That's
deals? You
desperation,
sign with
son.
a manager that got a production company or a corporate, and
Desperation,
they
son.
signing you over to a label, and boom, that's how a 360 deal works. It's
Think
three
about
people
this.
involved.
If you sleeping on somebody's couch, and somebody like, look, I can give you a record deal. A lot of these young dudes, they just want to get out from where they at, and they think that's gonna get them
To
out there,
get
regardless of
20,
the record.
the advance you're
Yeah,
gonna get
they probably not even
on a
thinking
small
about.
time label, like a small independent label,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. It's probably gonna be what you gonna get, a $50,000 advance. 50 Cent first got put on. He
That's
said,
that's
"I
that's
got
a
five
that's a
thousand
million
dollar
dollars to
advance,
them, bro. That's
and I had to go back to the block,
$50,000 to a
invest in some
dude that's
crack,
been
and go
sleeping
on the
on the
block."
couch. Yeah,
I mean, like
yep.
that's not major.
They think that's
You
major,
selling
bro.
you selling your life away for
Yeah,
what?
they think that's big time.
For
But
three
I
or four or
mean,
5 years.
at one point, I thought the same thing too. Because like I said, when my homeboy told me him and his man was offered a $1 million record deal and they turned it down, I'm like,
Yeah,
bro,
you cut
why would
that.
you turn down a million
Man, you
dollar?
cut you
And I
cut.
couldn't really understand at the time why they did it. But once he broke the analytics down and told me, I'm like, okay, I get it now.
It's
I
about
get it now. But what I say, still to this day,
you should have still tried to do
even
it.
if you get a 3-year deal,
Okay.
it catapult yourself as high as you can. So when you get out that deal, you're still hot enough to do something to make money to pay all this stuff back. Like, don't just sit back and be cool and think like, if you got to take that deal, take it so you can get popping. But don't take it for no 10-year or no 10
Right.
album. Just do a quick 1, 2, maybe a 3-year at the most. Just so you can get popping, because after that, you're already on a platform. You got a fan base, you got everything else that you need to get money. So you shouldn't need this record company no more. But a lot of people don't do that. They want to buy cars and do all this jewelry and do all this stuff and not rap. You know what I'm saying? And then like, you can't just come back to rap, not in this age. Cause they too fast. Son, new artists come fast. The other day they played 4 women songs back to back to back to back, rap songs and whatever R&B songs, and that
Mm-hmm.
told me something like they pushing the front right now.
They
Like,
always been. They are the agenda to. They are the agenda. But that's all I can say about that. Yeah, they are. You know, they're gonna put it out there. You know, they're gonna, whether it's lesbianism or sexualism or independence. That goes back to the Betty Wright era. You know, with the flag. So you know, that's the important thing. Woman is woman. You know what I mean? Like women are women. The earth. You know, that's how I go. You know, so they're gonna put it out there, but for negative reasons. Though it's never gonna be for positivity reasons.
never.
Look how like we talked about last time. How a lot of females are flipping out about Megan Thee
Oh,
Stallion.
and Clay.
That goes to show you the influence of,
It
like you
does.
said, the Beehive. Or that
It
goes.
does.
You don't see
Yeah.
any. Well, you got some Drake fans and
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many other male artist fans, you know, that be ready to die. Tupac fans, I don't know how they don't even listen to him now. But either way, like that, far as like how they feel about him. But yeah, back then it's a couple dudes that die for Tupac. Like, you crazy? You never even met this guy. But but that's how. So the female influences, Rihanna and Chris Brown. I just keep going back to going, not saying nobody was doing nothing wrong or doing
Mm-hmm.
nothing right, right? Not just say, hey, this person was right, this person was wrong.
Right.
But think about it. Oh yeah, you best believe. Besides R. Kelly, I don't know why y'all women supported him like that. Other than that,
I don't know why they still do.
that's the only dude that they supported. I'm
Do
like,
you know somebody
huh?
I know was like, they need to let him out so I can go to a concert? And
Why?
I looked and I'm like,
Why?
so you would go to a concert
Don't
of
you
a
have a
dude?
daughter?
And she's like, yo, he's
Crazy.
not a pedophile. I'm like, he's not a
How is he
pedophile. He
not?
messed with, he got a videotape with a girl that's underage.
That's crazy.
Like, that's crazy to me. Like, and you
3.
still want to
It's
listen to
not
his
just one,
music?
not a
Like,
one.
I don't get it, son. Like, people are
3.
fanatics about some people, son. Like, they don't care what you did or like, son, this man is actually did something bad. Like,
Bad, terrible,
I'm not
horrible, son.
just saying that. Like, yeah, he made good music, but
Horrible, son.
shit, I mean, come
Bad is
on, bro.
bad is an understatement, son. That was horrible, son.
Man,
That's if you
do I
got
believe all the stories? I don't have to believe all the stories. The fact that he had sex with an underage girl at his age so many times tells you that he had a
it's
problem
pattern.
with
It's
that.
it's a
You
pattern,
know what I'm
right?
saying?
Is
So,
that not a pattern, right?
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's a pattern.
absolutely.
A kleptomaniac is a person who does what?
Yeah, steal a
Okay.
lot.
All right. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah,
So,
but I ain't even getting on that because that's a
but yeah,
whole
yeah,
nother
oh
can
yeah,
of
we
worms,
probably
and
get
I ain't even,
canceled.
yeah, for real. I don't even want to talk
Have
about that.
Kels calling me.
Right.
Whoa, whoa. Like, who is this?
Yo, who are you
Yeah.
guys, yo?
How did you get any one of my numbers? What are you talking about? Got my man Charlie Wilson with me. Like, nigga, man. You know,
He
man,
don't get
yeah.
a lot of play on the radio no more either. I noticed sometimes they play his
Oh, but a
joints,
lot
but
of shorties love him though. I gotta get that
absolutely,
because they like, oh, Kelly. I'm like, y'all not. But Diddy is crazy. I'm not.
he got a
I'm not.
heavy
I'm
fan.
not.
He
I'm
got
not.
a dedicated fan base. That's
Man,
what
it's
he got.
dedicated. They
Because
probably
if
already. They
if he
probably,
got out today,
son. He got a
he
fan
would
base.
sell out
Okay,
every show.
you right because he got a fan base of women that wanted to sleep with him and still want to sleep with him to this day.
Oh,
And that's the
absolutely.
crazy thing about
They'll
it.
be lined up
That's the
for him.
crazy thing about it.
They'll be
And that's
lined
the
up for him.
diabolical thing about it. And
It's
that's
gonna
a
still be
fact.
girls
Put
that
that
want to
on there.
groom their kids with him.
Yeah, exactly. That's
My
what I'm
daughter
saying.
just turned 16. You want?
It's the Pied Piper.
Yeah. Yeah.
Playing the clarinet. Is that a guy? I thought she had a flute. Nigga, you got a flute, man. You got a clarinet,
Let me
man.
get off that though. I don't want nobody to think I'm hating or just not
I'm
no
not
hate show.
hating. It's a fact.
Yeah, we
It's a
just
fact,
yeah.
man. I'm just saying what y'all scared to say, man. Stop holding
Or what
back.
they
Just say
want.
what
They
you got to
don't want
say.
to admit it. Is what it is.
Hey, man, if y'all got crazy,
Huh.
twisted Epstein and Diddy parties, if you
Right.
looking at Diddy a
I'm gonna
certain
call
way,
a
look at
duck,
R.
yo.
Kelly crazy. Because all of it's crazy at the end of the day, but don't pick and choose who you
Right.
rock with and
Exactly. Who you don't
nah,
rock
no,
with.
listen, the goalposts and